Let's face it, when you have Scrooge McDuck money, like most professional footballers do, you don't always make the wisest purchase decisions. From a player that spent $200,000 just to be like his biggest competitor, to another who bought an entire Caribbean island. Here are stupid things football players bought. And wait till you see how much Aubameyang spent just to be like his dad. First, we've got Erling Haaland, who made a purchase that shocked his entire team. It's no surprise that the Norwegian striker wanted to make his dream transfer to Manchester City last year. His dad played there during his career and has been a fan his entire life. But before he left Dortmund, Haaland had his money bade the team goodbye. Haaland bought gifts worth $500,000 for all of his 33 teammates. Aside from copping $50,000 custom-made Rolexes for his teammates, he bought all of the club's staff custom Omega watches for $7,000 apiece. Now that's what you call a real team player, unlike the next player, who spent $250,000 on something he can't even use. You see, Karim Benzema is a multi-millionaire with a swag, because while other players buy watches and chains, the 2022 Ballon d'Or winner is on another level. And the last time Benzema hit the jeweler, he wasn't only trying to spend a couple of racks. Benzema wanted to blow $250,000 on a ball he can't even play. Not only is it completely covered in 72,000 black and white diamonds, but each diamond is also over 1,000 carats, bringing it to a total of 1,250 carats. But is anyone else wondering if he could have found a better way to spend $250,000? Yeah, I am, because when you spend so much on something so rare that TMZ makes it go viral, it instantly puts a target on your back. And the French international had to learn this the hard way during the 2019 Copa del Rey Clasico. You see, some criminals who apparently wanted to score more money than a bank heist because of Benzema's $250,000 ball decided to hang around in the dark on the game night of the semi-finals. And immediately after Karim left his mansion, they broke in search of the diamonds. So whenever you buy something that expensive, just be careful who you tell, because you never know who's watching. But some players will just never learn, because when the next footballer spent over $500,000, his neighbors literally tried to get him banned from the neighborhood. Back in 2012, after Thierry Henry racked up $100 million, he came to this odd realization that his $8 million mansion just wasn't good anymore. And he really shouldn't be blamed though, it's a billionaire's mentality. So he started sketching up something special. But when his neighbors found out about his stupidly expensive plan, they were pissed. And what do you think he did? Well, Henry couldn't care less, because he's built totally different. And honestly, this dude's fish literally lives better than me. His fish tank is 40 feet tall, with 5,000 gallons of water, and can hold over 300 fish. No wonder it cost a staggering $400,000. Well, spending thousands is nothing to my boy Zlatan Ibrahimovic, because what he spent for his own birthday will make you pissed. And if you didn't know already, Zlatan is not your regular footballer.
I'm expecting you to say me. Lions, they don't compare themselves with humans.
Yeah, you heard that right. He's a lion. And in his kingdom, it's taboo to compare him with humans. You see, in Zlatan's philosophy of life, 3 things are constant: death, taxes, and third, every single one of his birthdays, he cops a stupidly expensive whip. Over the last few years, Ibrahimovic made sure every one of his birthdays went down in history. On his 38th, he gifted himself a Ferrari Monza SP2. But the very next year, the dude literally went from horses to Porsches, getting himself a Porsche 911 Targa 4S to match his Milan jersey. But for Zlatan, 2 cars would never be enough. So when he turned 40, he let the world know he goes both ways. He posted a pic on Insta of his new purchase, a golden Ferrari SF90 Stradale. This puppy has 1,000 horsepower, goes 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, and is half electric. No wonder why this one car cost Zlatan over $500,000, which brought his birthday expenses to over $1 million. In the end, the ex-Juventus star always looks very slick on the road, just like he does on the pitch. But instead of wanting to live life in the fast lane and aiming to look slick to impress the girls, Sadio Mane is more interested in impressing his country. The 30-year-old winger comes from absolutely nothing. He grew up in Senegal, one of the poorest nations in the world. And as a kid, Mane's parents didn't have the money to send him to school, so he would constantly train and dream about becoming a professional footballer. And that didn't go unnoticed. The locals in his own village recognized his talent and knew for sure he was destined for greatness. So they started saving up money to send little Sadio to Dakar, the only city with a training facility in the entire country. Now, a decade and a few years later, little Mane has turned the tables. This time round, he's the one saving up the money to help other people in his village. He donated $500,000 to build new hospitals, $200,000 for a secondary school, and he's also building a gas station and is pledged to build a post office. What other way could one possibly give back to his roots? Well, that's not a question Lionel Messi can answer, especially when his multi-million-dollar purchase almost got stolen by his arch-rival. Messi's car collection started up with Escalades, Range Rovers, and Chargers, but once he started making millions, he took things to a whole new level. $150,000 Audi R8, $250,000 Maserati GT, $300,000 Ferraris, and a $600,000 Mercedes? That right there is over $1 million just on cars. And yet, that can't even compare to his most expensive whip. Recently, Messi bought one of the rarest cars in the world, but it didn't just cost him millions. It's literally illegal. I really don't know what he was thinking when he bought a car that can literally go 230 miles per hour, because this Pagani Zonda is so fast that just driving it down a street is illegal. But Messi doesn't care about wasting millions on a car. After all, he makes over $1 million every single week, and that's what led him to buy the most expensive car in his collection. But the price tag isn't even the crazy part, because Lionel Messi almost got it stolen by Cristiano Ronaldo. You see, when Messi heard his dream ride was finally up for sale, he wasted no time in hopping on a first-class flight heading to Paris for the car's auction. Apparently, Ronaldo got wind that Messi badly wanted the car and offered to buy it before Messi landed. But since everyone was aware that the former Barcelona star was on his way, they waited. And right when he showed up, he placed a bid that not even Ronaldo can compete with. $35 million for a 1957 Ferrari Spider. This car, along with all of Messi's other cars, are some of his most prized possessions. Messi might have one of the most expensive whips, but how will he get from country to country? Well, his boy David Beckham definitely has him covered, because he can float on a $6 million purchase. Recently, Beckham treated himself to a Christmas present that sent social media agog, a super yacht. And you shouldn't be surprised to read that one of his favorite go-to places to unwind with his fam is actually his very own super yacht. Beckham's Horizon E88, nicknamed the Sophisticated Lady, came with 2 suites, a kitchen, a bar, and a full gym to ensure Beck, his guests, and his family can stay in shape. This 89-foot yacht even has enough space for over 8 guests, so that, combined with TVs and speakers built in everywhere, it's got everything Beckham needs to throw his Miami banger. No wonder why this thing cost over $6 million. I mean, who wouldn't want to own a yacht like this with the freedom it allows you to have? Well, like Beckham prefers to float to other countries, our boy Ronaldo has a better plan. Listen, this Gulfstream G200 jet can go 560 miles an hour, and it can fit 10 passengers. Ronaldo's plane even comes with Wi-Fi, an oven, a microwave, and speakers that bang great jams. Now, if something cost me $32 million, I'll definitely flex a picture of it, like anybody would. But Ronaldo, he learned to do the right thing the hard way. You see, it was January 21st, 2019, and at that time, another soccer player named Emiliano Sala was on a flight from France to Wales. But after his plane flew over the English Channel, it disappeared. And right after the news broke that his flight went missing, Ronaldo posted a selfie. And even if his post didn't mean any harm, the football community lost it and called him out, all because of a selfie that had nothing to do with the situation. Ridiculous, right? But maybe the GOAT knows better. So we've come to the end of the video, and I know you don't want us to wrap things up, but hey, if you can't get enough of our amazing content, then click this video right here to check out 10 wild things you didn't know about Mbappe. Trust me, it's extremely funny and you'll love it.